Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. I just want to take a quick second and address a couple things. First and foremost, like always, I'd like to just thank all of my supporters, all of my subscribers, anybody who likes, shares, or comments under my videos. You guys are just truly amazing, and if it wasn't for you guys, then I don't know if I could continue on doing these general forecasts, because you guys truly inspire me. You really do. Second, I've been receiving a bunch of, I guess, complaints. People kind of getting a little confused about these weekly forecasts because they are labeled, general weekly forecasts for, let's say, fire signs. I'm getting some confused people that are thinking that it's, a reading for all of the fire signs combined, and it's really not. I do break it down by each individual zodiac sign. So I start off with Sagittarius, for instance, but I do go into Leo, and then I do go into Aries. So everybody, each sign, is getting their own forecast. So please just know that. I do, of course, link that below in the description bar, and I even actually list the timestamps as well. So now that that's cleared up, I am on social media now. I do have a Facebook page, so if you're interested in supporting me on Facebook, please do. I have been on Instagram for a while, and if you're interested in receiving a daily oracle reading, I do actually draw and upload a daily oracle card that people do really find truly inspiring. And so if you're interested in that, you can head over to Instagram and definitely follow me on Instagram. If you still are interested in that, but you don't have an Instagram account, you can actually head over to my website. I do have a tab on my website called Daily Guidance. And if you click on that tab, you can actually view all of those daily readings without even having an Instagram account. So that's really neat. Yes, and if you are interested in a private reading, you can just click on my website below. I will be offering 2016 New Year for the full year, New Year forecast as well. So if you are interested in purchasing one of those, you can either email me or just head over to my website. So yes, just stay tuned till you either get to your sun, your moon, or your rising sign. And if you don't know your rising or your moon sign, you can just click on a link that I listed below. It's for a free birth chart calculator. Okay, so just stay tuned. Hi Sagittarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting November 30th through December 6th. So this is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. So Sag, let's get started. Alright, Sag, at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Page of Pentacles. So definitely news or communication can be coming through this week. It can be very important this week. For some Sages, maybe even a new opportunity. Pages can be new beginnings. So perhaps there's some Sages that are starting a new job or starting some sort of part-time job to bring in more money, or expect some news. Pages can be news, communication coming in. Pages also can be children. So, we are now in the month of December, so perhaps, you have some family visiting, perhaps maybe it's a child. Because pages are also children as well. Alright, so let's take a look. Boy, Sag, I gotta say, you get the Wheel of Fortune all the time. In your monthlies, your weeklies, all the time. So what this means is that the energy is here. If the wheel has not turned for you yet because this is a general reading. I'm sure the wheel has actually turned. New cycles have started for many Sages, but if it hasn't happened yet, this is just letting you know that the energy is there. It wants to happen. Okay. You actually have another page as well. So 2 pages. So there could be some Sages with children around them, or there could be some Sages with, you know, definite communication, news coming in, messages perhaps coming in, emails, phone calls, text, lots of communication, maybe lots of new beginnings as well. Pages are also new beginnings. If this is news, this would definitely be something that, you know, some sort of really good news. It's exciting news. It can be in regards to a new job, perhaps, because we do have the Page of Pentacles here. So you could be receiving some exciting news, maybe about a new opportunity or a new way to make some more money. Right next to the Page of Rods, I do have the 6 of Rods, which is a beautiful card. This is victory. This is triumph. You can see this man, he's riding in on his horse. He's extremely proud, very proud of himself, very confident. So, you know, Sag, if you have been working a lot and you felt overburdened, because I do have this 10 of Rods, I feel like, you know, this could be why the wheel is here for some Sages. The energy it wants to come in. It wants to end this cycle here. A new cycle wants to begin. So this is a 10 as well, and with 10s, you know, something is coming to completion. You feeling overburdened and stressed out, and maybe like, you know, you've had a little bit too much on your plate or too much to bear. Perhaps maybe, you know, now is the time, if you felt like this, that the wheel is actually turning for you. I'm just looking at your other cards here. Yeah, and maybe some Sages, you know, this could be like your old position, perhaps. Maybe you were working a job that, you know, they were just overworking you and you were a little, you know, overwhelmed perhaps, or just maybe constantly working, because I do pull this card for myself all the time, and it's because I work all the time. So this card can simply represent just working a lot. Because the main energy that I have here for this week is actually the 8 of Cups, which for me, this is a movement card. This is forward movement. This is moving from, you know, wherever you've been to a better place. This is definitely positive movement forward. Traditionally, this is known as the abandonment card, where this person is walking away from all of these cups because you know, they've emotionally invested into this situation, and it's no longer serving them, so they're choosing to walk away. That's the traditional meaning of this card, but for me, this is a card that represents forward movement, and I can pull this card when literally you're moving. I can pull this card literally when you're moving up within a company or moving to a new company, and I feel like for some Sages, that's what this is talking about. You're either moving perhaps to a new company, or you're moving up within the company that you already work for. Yes, because, you know, right on top of the 10 of Rods, I do have the 6 of Rods, which is that victory card. So you're victorious with something, and because I have the Justice card here as well, which can be contracts, you know, new companies perhaps, or new positions within the company that you work for. I feel like, you know, that's definitely the case for some Sages. And, you know, if this isn't talking about, you know, some sort of career move, I just see you moving forward. This is a very positive energy of moving forward. Justice. If you felt as though maybe things were unfairly done to you, or there was some sort of unfairness in your life, Sag, you know, this is the energy that's going to come in here, and it's going to make things fair. Things are going to finally feel fair. There's going to be an equaling of the scales. There's going to be a balancing of the scales, a fairness, and a lot lighter of an energy. So Yeah, this is why the wheel is here, is because I feel like for many Sages, they've felt this Ten of Rods pressure for quite some time. No matter, you know, how that affects you, you know, many Sages, I feel like have felt this pressure. So now this is the time where it's going to be easing up. The wheel is turning. This is also a fortunate energy as well. So, you know, and it looks like it's going to serve you quite well because you have the Six of Rods here. You also have the Six of Cups here, Sag, which can be thinking about the past. It can be reminiscing. It can be thinking back to fond memories, thinking back to your childhood. It can also be thinking back to previous relationships. This card can come up when maybe someone from your past re-enters your life. But this card can just simply represent happiness. You know, some Sages are just simply happy. They're in a good place emotionally. Right next to the Six of Cups, I do have the Two of Rods, which is you literally holding the world in your hands, and you're looking out upon the horizon, and you're really seeing the different paths that you can take. You're choosing which direction, which path you'd like to set out on. So you're making a decision, you're choosing, you know, which way you'd like to set out. And perhaps, you know, this is something you've really, you know, gone within and really thought about, because directly underneath the Two of Rods, I do have the Hermit. And this is all about spending time alone, going within. Yeah, really going within and trusting your inner knowing, trusting your intuition, and really letting it lead you. So I feel like, you know, if this was a decision that you had to make with the Two of Rods, perhaps it's, you know, starting within a new company or signing some sort of contract. You know, you've definitely taken that alone time. You've definitely put a lot of thought into this, and you really even are trusting your gut, which is really great, Sag. And perhaps this is even maybe an opportunity that's resurfacing. It's coming back around, because to have the Six of Cups right on top of the Justice card here, I'm kind of picking up that this is something from the past, perhaps. So if, you know, perhaps this is like an old job that has maybe come back around. Or perhaps this is maybe some sort of job or perhaps opportunity that you wanted a long time ago. Yeah. The Hermit here, you know, I always look at how the cards interact with one another, and he is holding his lantern up, and it is kind of like illuminating the Justice card, you know. So, you know, you've gone within, you're choosing, you know, which path you'd like to set out on, you're choosing which direction you'd like to go, and it's definitely in regards to this Justice card. Yeah, because no matter which way you do pick, I feel like it's going to be lighter than this Ten of Rods. You know, there's a fairness with this. So you're going into a direction that it's going to be a lot lighter. Very good reading. I love it. Very nice, Sag. You've been getting some great readings. So what I'm going to do now, Sag, is actually just pull you an additional card and see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to add. All right, please show me an additional message for Sag. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Please show me an additional message for Sagittarius. What else does Sagittarius need to know? All right, this card actually flipped out. I find these to be the most significant. And you have a beautiful card. It's Passion Ignited. Beautiful card. Okay. The first of the spirit cards signifies that this is the time to let your soul soar. New beginnings, ideas, revelations, and exciting adventures await you in your personal or business life. Creative endeavors, enthusiasm, positive energy, and a renewed spiritual strength are at an all-time high. The powerful force of spirit is flowing through you, and with it comes a new sense of purpose. Be all that you can be. Reach inside and tap into that force. Use it to move forward and set up a strong foundation for the future. Other people may feel your excitement and joy and begin to benefit from the spark of life that's emanating from you. They'll wonder what's your secret, and your energy could even ignite their own spiritual journey. Follow your intuition and know that this is your time to spread your wings and fly. Oh, very nice reading. Oh, Sag, this is just a great reading. It really is. I do hope you have a wonderful week. I know you will. All right, Sag, take care. Hi, Leo. This is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of November 30th through December 6th. This is for Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and Leo Rising signs. So Leo, let's get started. All right, Leo, at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Six of Pentacles. This is a very generous card, and it's all about giving and receiving. So, Leo, you could be quite generous this week, or someone could be very generous with you. You could either be receiving something or giving something. This is all about giving and receiving. It's also about being balanced financially. So, money is definitely looking good for this week. Okay, very interesting set of cards we have here, Leo. Very, very interesting. It's all about literally, if you felt at a stand, the message here is very clear. I will just say that right off the bat. If you are a Leo that has felt stuck in any which way, this could very well be the week that things are going to move forward for you. We're starting out with the Page of Swords, which is some sort of news or communication coming in. Perhaps there might be some Leos that had some delayed news. Maybe some news giving you perhaps maybe the go-ahead for something in your life, and this could be the week that finally, you know, that news is really coming in. You're getting the go-ahead to be able to do whatever it was that you might have been waiting on. Because, you know, right underneath the Page of Swords, Leo, I do have the Chariot, which is a major arcana card, and this is actually the top victory card in the entire tarot. This is victory, success and victory in my eyes. This is being in control of where you're headed, and this is all about forward movement. This can be traveling, this could be moving. You're definitely moving forward no matter what, whether that be you traveling, and that could be literally just traveling, or perhaps traveling from one home to another home. You could be literally moving. You could also be even, like, let's say, moving up within a company. Definite movement here. So I feel like for some Leos, you're maybe waiting on some news. or you had maybe received like some delayed news, or news was delayed in getting to you, I should say, and now this is the week that perhaps maybe the news is coming in. You could be getting like a go-ahead. And I always kind of look at how the cards interact with one another. And you know, next to the Chariot here, I do have the Four of Swords, which is kind of like things not moving forward, things being at a standstill, you know, you taking a break perhaps. You know, I do pull this card sometimes when, you know, people aren't really working, they're on vacation, or they're taking a break from work. But I'm really feeling, though, that this is connected with this Page of Swords. This is definitely like things perhaps being at a standstill, because I do have the Hanged Man here as well. But the cards that are around these cards are now telling me that it's like it's go time. So I feel like for the, you know, this reading is really for the Leos that might have felt stuck, or they felt like, you know, things were at a standstill, maybe even blocked. They weren't really moving forward, and now they're moving forward, because right here on the other side of the Four of Swords, I have the Chariot. Then I have the Hanged Man right here, and on the other side of the Hanged Man, I have the World card. And then right below the Hanged Man, I actually have the Eight of Rods. So I feel like there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of travel, there's definite movement forward. So I feel like this is for the Leos in particularly, who have felt blocked or stuck or at a standstill or in some sort of waiting period. You could have been waiting on news, Leo, and now this is the time where the news is coming in. I feel like either, whatever this is, if you're moving up within a company, or you're moving maybe from a house to another home, or you're traveling somewhere, this could be a lot of work for you, or it might have been a lot of work for you previously before maybe this energy started to shift, because I do have the Ten of Rods here. But I do pull this card, Leo, for people who just literally work a lot. They're not necessarily stressed out, they just have a lot on their plate. So I do have this Ten of Rods here. So you could be working a lot, or you could just be dealing with multiple different things at once. Yeah, so definitely a lot going on here, Leo. But, you know, back over here with the Page of Swords, I do have the Hermit, which is a major arcana card. And he's holding his lantern up directly at this Page of Swords, and I do always look at how the cards interact with one another. So the Hermit is all about going within, you know, taking some alone time, going within, you know, and with doing that, you know, it really benefits our intuition, and sometimes, you know, things become illuminated to us, and sometimes we receive a lot of clarity within this period. So I feel like, you know, if you have been kind of stuck, or in this maybe period of suspense, of things not really moving forward, I do believe that, you know, it really has benefited your intuition. You might have even, you know, gained a lot of wisdom throughout this period. But now might be the time for things to really pick up and move forward for you. Perhaps even because of this maybe period of downtime, or maybe you just spending a lot of time alone, or, you know, this period of suspense here, you might have even felt a lack in some way, because I have this Five of Pentacles here. So I really feel like, you know, you might have felt a lack in some regard, and yes, that can be a lack of, you know, financial abundance. You might have just felt, you know, like a lack of money, or maybe a lack of support. You could have felt maybe out in the cold in some sense. But, you know, with the Eight of Rods right here next to this card, the Eight of Rods is such a positive, creative, beautiful energy that, you know, it's really letting you know that things are going to look up and things are going to take off. This is, you know, even maybe messages coming in. lots of messages, but just the overall energy, it's a very beautiful, fast-paced energy. So things are going to look up, they're going to take a turn for the better, and a lot of things can start to happen for you, Leo. And you know, with the World here, this is another travel card, but this can be, you know, a very long cycle in your life finally coming to completion, and a new cycle actually beginning, a new chapter in your life starting. You know, wherever you're headed, no matter if this is, you know, a new job or a new home or whatever this may be for you, just your forward movement. Wherever you're headed, this can definitely be like a new chapter of your life starting here, Leo. Definitely news coming in. Definite movement and travel, that's for sure. But clarity as well. I feel like your intuition and even maybe your spirituality are going to be very important this week. I believe it has been. I believe, you know, many Leos, you have a lot of inner knowing already. I really think that you do go within and you do kind of look to your inner guidance already, but it will serve you well definitely this week. And you know, you also have this Six of Pentacles here, which, you know, very much is all about giving and receiving. So perhaps, you know, someone is giving you just some sort of go-ahead or beautiful opportunity with this Page of Swords here. This could be news of someone, you know, maybe giving you some opportunity. So just a beautiful reading in my eyes. So what I'm going to do now, Leo, is just see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to add to this. Please show me an additional message for Leo. Anything else that Leo needs to know? Okay, this card just dropped out, so I will take it. Just literally dropped right out, Leo. And it's a great card, Victory and Success. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. So whatever this is, whatever you're getting the go-ahead, whatever you're starting, Leo, victory and success written all over it. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right. Oh, wow. And I just opened up to the exact page that this was on. Tell me that's not meant to be. This is so meant to be, Leo. Wonderful. Good news is on the way. The qualities of this positive card are completion, victory, and success that often follow a difficult period. Many people around you are very proud to see how you triumphantly came through it. They respect you and may even attempt to follow your example. You've worked hard and devoted much effort to get to this point in your life where you've become wiser and have grown in so many ways. Always remember to stop and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. This card also reminds you to stay grounded. Remember where you came from and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. This victory can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this challenging time, you can achieve anything. Wow, Leo, just a beautiful reading, my God. The second I put these cards down, I just knew that, you know, if you were looking for things to move forward, this is the week. This is wonderful. All right, Leo, I hope you really enjoyed this reading and have a great week. Hi Aries, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of November 30th through December 6th. This is for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising signs. All right, so Aries, let's get started. Alright, at the bottom of the deck, Aries, I do have the Two of Pentacles, which can be representing maybe a need for balance. Maybe you are balancing, you could be juggling your finances, or you could be maybe juggling one area of your life with another, just trying to, be able to, you know, be in two places at once, or something along those lines, Aries. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of the cards. Very interesting reading. Okay. All right, Aries, you're starting out with the Page of Pentacles, which can be news or communication in regards to maybe your finances, or some sort of maybe job, or something to do with your career. It can be news in regards to your career, or just news or communication in general. Pages also can be new beginnings. So perhaps you get news about a new beginning that's available to you, and it very well could maybe even be from like your boss. Maybe he gives you an opportunity to maybe just be able to make more money, because I do have the Emperor here. But the Emperor is actually, you know, represented by the sign of Aries. So this could just be you coming up very strong in the reading. This can be letting me know that you're very much in control, perhaps, of maybe where your career, or very much in control of some aspect of your life, where one aspect of your life is headed, which I would, because, you know, I have the Pentacles here, I'd say maybe you're very much in control of, you know, where you're headed, you know, career-wise. But for some Aries, this also could be maybe, you know, a boss or someone you work with, maybe communicating with you, perhaps maybe about some sort of opportunity, or some sort of maybe new beginning or something like that that's available to you. Because with the Page of Pentacles, Aries, I do have the Knight of Pentacles, and knights tend to bring things into us. So I feel like, you know, he definitely could be... there could be definitely something coming in this week. This could be a character as well. I mean, this could be like a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person. They don't necessarily have to be that sign, but it could be someone younger with, you know, earthy characteristics around you. Or this could just be an energy of, you know, maybe you moving quite slowly towards whatever particular goal this is, because this particular knight is very methodical. He's very strategic. He's very careful and cautious when moving forward. He does represent movement forward, but he's just moving at a much slower pace. He's moving at a pace that he's comfortable with. Now, right under him, and then right next to the Emperor here, I do have the Three of Swords. So perhaps this is stemming from some sort of heartache for some Aries, because the Three of Swords can represent like a loss. It can also represent sadness, heartache, sorrow. So I feel like perhaps maybe this is stemming from, you know, either some loss that you encountered, or perhaps maybe this is, you know, some sort of heartache that you've maybe dealt with in the past, and maybe you've slowly moved out of that. Very interesting. The overall energy of the entire week is actually the Ten of Cups, which is really nice. So this is all about emotional abundance. This card represents you being happy. So maybe, you know, you had some sort of loss here, Aries, or sadness, or some sort of difficult situation in your life, and maybe, you know, you're moving slowly towards your happiness, whether that be, you know, with this new job, or maybe new opportunity that's available to you. You know, I do have the Hierophant here as well, which can be a company, like a large institution, or just a large company. So I feel like for some Aries, because this is a general reading, this is definitely going to be talking about the company that you work for, or maybe you're going to be working for. The Hierophant also represents conforming. traditional values. He can represent marriage. Yeah, for some Aries, this could have been like an opportunity that you really wanted. Maybe you didn't know if it was going to come through or not, and maybe you were up at night stressing about it, because I do have the Nine of Swords here, and this is the insomnia card. This is just being in your head a little bit too much, where, you know, stress and worries and anxieties are kind of taking over, and it's actually preventing you from maybe getting a great night of sleep, you know. It's kind of interfering with your sleep a little bit. But, you know, right under the Nine of Swords here, I have the Four of Rods, which is my happy home card. So this is just kind of, this is my happy home. You know, things are good in your home life. Things feel quite stable, and, you know, you have a great support system around you. And then right next to the Four of Rods, I have the Four of Pentacles, which is all about hanging on too tight. It's actually a very conservative card. It can mean that, you know, you're hanging on to your money too tight. It can mean that you're maybe just saving more than you're spending. For some Aries, this can be perhaps you're hanging on to a home too tight, or maybe you were hanging on to your position within a company very tightly. Maybe there was some particular situation where you didn't know what was going to happen, and that was keeping you up at night. But now is the time. I feel like you're in control, and no matter what, there's news and communication, and there's something coming in. And I really feel like it's in regards to a company, or it's in regards to just your finances, or what you do for a living. I feel like this is all connected. But you could have been hanging on to something, maybe like a previous position, or something along those lines. Yeah, because we have the Ten of Cups as the overall energy, Aries, which is just a beautiful card. And, you know, with the Four of Rods here, I know that, you know, things at home aren't bad. Things are not bad within the home. So this is all about, you know, the workplace environment. That's really what I'm feeling. But I think what I'm going to do is actually draw your oracle card now, and just, you know, ask for additional clarity. Is there anything else that Spirit would like Aries to know in regards to this matter, please? Please show me an additional message for Aries. An additional message for Aries. What else does Aries need to know? Some additional guidance, please. Additional guidance. Additional guidance for Aries. All right, Aries. I do have stand your ground. So if this was maybe, you know, a job that you really wanted, but maybe you were stressing about it, you're worrying about it, you're not sure if you're going to get it. So, you know, you have the Nine of Swords here. You're maybe just worrying and stressing and maybe not getting a lot of sleep at night. You know, this is letting you know, stand your ground. This is something you really want. Stand your ground. Let's see. You know, it takes a lot of courage to stand your ground, but there's normally success that follows with this. So let me just read the... All right. This card comes at a time when you're being tested and challenged. There may be fierce competition and potential rivals surrounding you in your personal or business life, but know that you have the strength and inner courage to stand your ground. No matter how hard things may appear, don't surrender or don't give up the control you have. Be brave and stay true to your core life values and stay true to your core life values and belief system, which are your best allies and will help you move forward. It's important to remain clear and focused, for you may have to stand alone and defend your convictions to the end. Maintain your health and stay strong so that you have an ample supply of energy to endure anything, as this could be a long and yet ultimately hard-won victory. But still, it can be won, Aries. So definitely, obviously, resonates with the rest of the reading here. Very interesting reading. I feel like you're fighting for something that you really want. And as long as you stand your ground and don't give up control, and they're talking about your belief system, like your inner core, like what you really want, the things that you value the most. Those are the things that you need to hold on to and fight for. So definitely a powerful week I'm feeling for you, Aries, but positive. Just, you know, have that inner strength, that inner courage. And Aries is a tough cookie anyways. You guys have a lot of fire and a lot of endurance. So Aries, I do hope you enjoyed this reading and I wish you all the best. Take care.